everyone. Welcome back to my channel. For those of you who don't know me, my name is Lena and I make college and book related content here on YouTube, and today will be another college day in my life. Past week, St. Lawrence sent out their acceptance letters to the prospective class of 2026 now. And so congratulations to all of you who were accepted. That is so exciting. Even if you weren't accepted to St. Lawrence, whatever school you were accepted to, congratulations. Yeah, so that's very exciting. If you have any questions about St. Lawrence, obviously watch my other videos that are specifically about topics like that, or just feel free to ask them in the comments down below. But today is Tuesday, March 22nd. It is 7:55 in the morning. I got up this morning. I did some work on con law, just reading some cases for today. It is definitely a bit of a hectic week because I have my con law midterm, which consists of a take-home portion, which is a written majority opinion, and then an in-class test. So I am a little stressed about both of those, to say the least. We're just coming off our spring break, and so of course I didn't get as much homework done as I would have liked, and that's just the way life is. But yeah, so today I have my 4 classes, and then I will also have a lot of homework to do in between then, as well as my wind ensemble practice. It is definitely time for me to leave now and go get some breakfast, so I will talk to you all later. Before I leave though, I'll just show you my outfit real quick. I'm wearing this knit sweater dress from Land's End. I think I got it maybe like 3 or 4 years ago. I don't really know. I lost track. It was a Christmas present. But yeah, I haven't worn it in a while. To be honest, I kind of forgot I had it. It was just crowded in the back of my closet. I'm hoping it'll be good since the weather's starting to warm up for spring, but it'll be a good medium to the warmer weather, but also the fact that it's not actually that warm outside. But yeah, let's get started with this day. Back from class. It is a little bit after 12, back from lunch, that whole shindig, and I have a raging headache, so I'm gonna make some tea, take some Advil. Hopefully that will improve the situation. So the tea is poured, already starting to feel better. I know it's all in my head, but tea is poured. And I just filled out some paperwork that I had been meaning to do. And now I have for about the next hour and a half I have about 2 hours left until I have to go to my next class. This is my 2-hour break in the middle of the day. And so I have a couple different things I need to be doing. May or may not take a nap during this 2 hours as well. I haven't quite decided. It depends how I'm feeling. But my main task for this little 2-hour break is not going to be a break. It's going to be homework. And that is because this Thursday I have my con law midterm. But I did a lot of prep work for the studying part of the in-part exam during my spring break. And then I also did some work about figuring out what cases go with what parts of the questions for the majority opinion, but I haven't really started writing the majority opinion, which if you're in my class, which I don't think anyone in my class is watching this, but don't judge me, thank you. I would rather be more on top of things, but I'm clearly not, because I did want to be able to enjoy some parts of my spring break and be able to do fun things, spend time with my family and that sort of thing. So I really need to start writing that, but before I can start writing it, there's a few more questions that I have about the questions, so I'm going to do some more research. So that's what this time is going to be devoted to. This morning I had my Harry Potter class and my roman contemporain class, and those classes were fine. in my Harry Potter class, we made, it was student taught because we have those fairly frequently, and we made these fortune teller, I think is what they're called, these things, to like mimic Professor Trelawney. And it's really simple activity, but it really just brought me back to middle school and making these, and I just thought it was so fun, and it just kind of was a bright spot to that class. And then in my French class, we watched some really tough things. We watched Nuit et Brouillard, which is a documentary made in the 50s about World War II and concentration camps. And that was really graphic and really difficult to watch. And that's because we're reading Dora Bruder, which is by Patrick Modiano, which is also about a young Jewish girl who is eventually sent to a concentration camp and murdered. And so it was definitely a tough class, and I also am just like trying to move on from like recuperate from that class, so I can be ready for my American Lit this afternoon, followed by wind ensemble and then con law. Okay, it is 2:07 now. I did some work on my hypothetical, and then I did end up taking a nap because I was just so exhausted, like really and truly exhausted. And I don't really know if that was a successful nap, but I think I might have slept for about 20 minutes, to be honest. I don't really know, because it was hard for me to tell when I fall asleep and when I wake up. I do set a timer just to make sure I don't keep sleeping, but yeah. Anyway, so then I got up, and I just figured out that my class that was supposed to be happening this afternoon in about 13 minutes is on Zoom now because our professor's son is sick, so that means I don't have to walk to class, so I have an extra 10 minutes, you know, to make a cup of tea or something. But I also just wanted to pop on here to say that I was really struggling with the hypothetical opinion and coming up with concrete responses to the questions presented, because I just get really nervous about coming down on one side or the other, because I'm always just afraid that I'm missing something in the precedent. So that was making me really nervous, and I was just getting really frustrated with it and trying to figure out how to come up with an answer. And my biggest tip for this when you're frustrated and you feel like you can't find the answer is to continuously keep changing the way that you're thinking about it. So for me, this looks like looking at different sources that I hadn't looked at before. This includes, if I've been typing, I write, and if I've been writing on a piece of lined paper and I don't want to type, I sometimes take out note cards so I can write in smaller, more brief chunks. And I find that when I'm writing in these more succinct phrases and sentences, it's easier for me to put my ideas together. And so I was finally able to come to some conclusions when I pulled out my nifty index card. So that's really great, because now I'm feeling a little more confident about what I'm going to be saying on my opinion, which should allow me to write this afternoon. Yeah, so I'm going to make some tea, get ready for my American Lit class. We just started the Harlem Renaissance unit, so we read 2 poems by Langston Hughes, and I love his writing so much. It's so beautiful and lyrical, and truly, like, you can tell that he was trying to express the art style of jazz in his writing, which I think is really awesome. And then the other person we read was Claude McKay, who is often credited for writing the first piece that kickstarted the Harlem Renaissance. So we are currently reading the volume something, E? What is this, volume D or E? Oh my god, I'm so scatterbrained. Volume D of the Norton Anthology. So I have all my stuff for that, getting ready for class. Also, it is a beautiful day outside. This is just really nice to see people outside enjoying the sunshine. I cannot do that, but it's nice to see others doing it. And on a final random note before I actually get all set up for my Zoom class. This is my first time being on campus in this time of year. I've never been on campus for the end of March or the entire month of April, so that's really cool just because of COVID and the semesters I was assigned last year. So this is my first time being on campus for like the real true spring, and it really is lovely. I'm enjoying the sunny weather and all sorts of that kind of thing. So I'm looking forward to seeing what the season is like as we continue on. Just a little random thing, but we're trying to find the small joys in life. And then another random joy is, as I mentioned, I haven't worn this dress in a long time. Like, honestly, last time I wore it may have been my freshman year of college. I don't know. It's been a while. But I have gotten so many compliments on this dress today, and it's really just like a simple knit dress. But I have gotten a compliment in every single class I've been in today. So, like, not really sure what that's about, but it's really helping with the positive vibes and self-esteem, so that's great. And so if you're looking at someone and you like what they're wearing, always tell them that you like their shirt or their shoes or their dress, because it can really make their day, because I know it makes mine. Class is done. Still have not moved from my desk, so it really looks like I sit here all day, but basically I do when I'm not in class and I'm doing my homework in my room. This is where I am. So I have about 15 minutes before I have to go to wind ensemble, and that's just enough time to do some reading of another opinion for this week's case readings. So that's what I'm going to do right now, and then we'll head off to wind ensemble, supper, con law, and then a night of work.